Ariana Grande recently had fans worried when she went on an emotional Twitter spree.
And Cardi B takes another hit at Nicki Minaj by getting chummy with her ex at an event.
Ooh, and Scott Disick reportedly has baby fever, and he's hoping Kourtney Kardashian gets it too. We're talking about all of these stories right now on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. Happy Friday, you guys. Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
And I'm Devin Howard.
Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is Ariana Grande. It's been a little over 2 weeks, you guys, since Mac Miller passed away from an apparent overdose. And Ariana Grande is still far from being okay, which is
totally understandable.
Very reasonable.
Yeah.
She recently took to Twitter to share with fans the emotional roller coaster she's been on since everything happened. She started her tweet saying, "Can I please have one okay day? Just one, please." Followed by, "I'm so tired, please." And then she responded to her own tweet where she said everything will be okay with JK.
I mean, it's just up and down, these tweets, and it's one right after the other. She's like desperate, and then she seems angry, and I totally understand that because she's like grappling with this major trauma that she's experienced.
Yeah, she's basically grieving on Twitter, essentially,
Yeah,
which is interesting because she's been pretty silent. I mean, we've had a few Instagram posts, but
Right.
other than that, not really anything.
And she's usually super like, oh, you know, butterflies and like glitter, but now seeing her in this like real and raw state, it's very upsetting. I feel really sorry for her.
No, absolutely. And as expected, these tweets had Ariana's fans very worried about her mental and emotional state. One fan responded to her saying, "We don't deserve your heart and soul. Sorry, Ariana, if we did something bad." She then responded, giving them a little more info, saying, "You are angels in my life. It's just been a tough month. I'm trying to get my work done and back to normal, and it's hard, and I'm human and tired. Sorry I let you in or worried you. I shouldn't have tweeted. I know better."
Aww.
That part kind of makes me sad because I'm like, you want to be able to be raw and open with your fans.
Yeah.
But then I also get it too where they're going to respond and be, you know, freaked out and worried and all of those things.
Right, just like we are. But I think that especially in this time, her fans need to take a step back and realize that it's not them. Of course it's not them that she's mad at. She's dealing with something really, really terrible right now. So let her have that. If she needs the platform to air her grievances and be upset, let's just accept it and be supportive.
I completely agree. So after that response, Ariana then sent out 2 additional tweets saying, "Thank you for loving me so much. I do not deserve it, and I love you." Ugh, breaks my heart.
I hope that she is able to start on that upward track to getting better. Of course, it takes so much time, but it seemed, I saw pictures of her out like dancing in the rain, I think in New York, and she seemed like she was kind of trying to accept things as they are.
Exactly.
She's moving on.
She's human.
Yeah.
Good days and bad days.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to move on to a little lighter news. We're going to talk about Miss Cardi B.
Of course.
Now, I will admit, this week has been pretty tame when it came to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj being at each other's throats. Would you not agree?
I totally agree.
I mean, aside from the fact, like, we learned, like, their real reason behind the feud, but pretty much other than that, the ladies have been quiet until last night when Cardi decided to throw another dagger of shade at Nicki by being all buddy-buddy with her ex, Meek Mill, at the Billboard 2018 R&B Hip Hop Power Players event.
Oh my gosh.
I saw that and I was like,
yeah.
All right, Cardi B, I see what you're doing. For those of you who think we might be a little crazy for thinking this is a stab at Nicki, let's remind you what Nicki had to say on Ellen not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship with Meek for a while.
But not Drake.
And it was a very toxic something, but we had some good times and we ended that.
So she called their relationship toxic, which totally valid. I mean, they had like engagement rumors, cheating rumors. They kind of started on a rocky start. So I just found that interesting. Cardi was like, hey.
I know, it is interesting. And I think that even if Nicki and Meek didn't have a toxic relationship, and even if their breakup was totally amicable, for Cardi to be cozying up now to Nicki's ex of all people, of course.
That was a play.
It is such a play.
It's definitely a play. And I can only imagine, and you guys, we have to mention this, aside from Cardi taking more hits at Nicki, her new long-awaited song, Talkie Talkie with Selena Gomez, DJ Snake, and Ozuna came out today. And it is the perfect thing for you to twerk to this weekend. I've already been twerking in the office, in the studio. Everyone wants to kill me. It's a really good song.
It is a really good song. Cardi just keeps releasing bop after bop. I am so into it.
I am obsessed.
Yes.
All right, last but not least, let's talk about Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick. So a new sneak peek for this week's Keeping Up with the Kardashians just dropped. And in it, we see Kim talking with well-known Kardashian pal Larsa Pippen about how Scott reached out to her about wanting more kids with Kourtney. Now, surprisingly, Kim is very on board with this idea. In fact, she already has it all planned out on how it can happen. Take a look.
Like, Scott has a girlfriend, Kourtney has a boyfriend, we get it. So they don't even have to have sex.
Totally.
Could be like IVF.
I like how she's like, IVF, you know, she's already planned it out.
I know.
Of course, this was filmed when Kourtney was still with Eunice, but Scott's still with Sophia, so technically they couldn't conceive the old natural way.
Yeah, IVF would be the only...
Without, you know,
Yeah.
crossing some boundaries, but it could happen. What do you think about Scott having baby fever? Are you surprised?
I think I am a little bit surprised, just because I don't feel like he was ever really the type to be like, I want to be a father, and now he is a father and he wants to go have more babies.
Yeah, like 3 is already kind of a lot.
It is.
But Kim goes on to admit in her solo interviews that on some level, she always hoped that Kourtney and Scott will one day reconcile because she is, quote, so used to them being together. And I get that. You know, they have 3 kids together. If they did have a 4th, eventually as a sister, you would want that for your sister and for your nieces and nephews. So therefore, she comes up with a plan to get everyone in the family on board with convincing Kourtney to have another baby with Scott. In the sneak peek, we see her pull out her phone and she sends out a group email to the family, which backfires because #1 rule, when you're talking about someone, don't send the message to them. She included Kourtney on the email.
Oh my gosh. That is like the #1 mistake. It's like when you're talking badly about somebody and then you text it to them. Oh, the worst.
And I have done that more than I'd care to admit. And I'm like, LOL.
Just kidding. I meant to say it was this person.
Yeah, yikes. How do you think Sophia feels about this?
Oh, I'm sure Sophia is just shaking in her boots right now. I would not want to hear that my boyfriend's ex's family is conspiring to get them to have another baby.
Well, and I think it's kind of sad too because we've read so many reports recently that Sophia wants Scott to like ask her to marry him and she wants to get married and she wants to do all these things with Scott. And I'm like, how sad that like he wants at least the baby.
Yeah.
But not with you.
I know.
That's a little hurtful.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face. I think it's also pretty inappropriate that Kourtney's family is getting so involved in this too. Like that's not okay. I would be so mad.
I'm excited to see her reaction because you know that's going to be good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, let us know what you think about all of these stories. What do you think about Ariana Grande and all of those emotional tweets that she just recently sent out? What do you think about Cardi B taking another hit at Nicki Minaj by getting cozy and chumming up to Meek Mill? And last but not least, what do you think about Scott Disick wanting more kids with Kourtney Kardashian? Talk it out down there in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys here next time on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. Bye, guys.